John David Bertle is back with us. We like to do these segments where we have, you know, art, and it's therapeutic a little bit for us, but also a lot of fun. So John David, what are we making today?
Yes, so today we're going to be working with chalk pastel or soft pastel, and we're just going to be colorful. And I'm going to talk about different types of colors, okay? Some of these, I guess we do know about, and some, I guess, the type of like layering and mixing that we can work with, some people don't know about, and I found that out in classes. I'll talk about like subtractive color mixing, and they'll be like, what do you mean? And it's like, well, you sort of know about it, but you didn't know you knew.
I love it.
Yes, I hope so.
Let's dig in.
Yes, I was just looking for a reference here, so it's like, here we go. Yeah.
I'm studying the color wheel.
Oh, good. Yes, and I brought a color wheel.
Our guide to mixing the color.
And so, yeah, what I have here, here we go. So I found this sort of reference, and it's a bunch of tomatoes here. I bring this up in classes.
Ooh.
This device.
Oh,
And
okay.
so, yeah, let me set that there just in case.
So he's going with real life.
Yeah, if you're going to be working objectively, go right ahead. So there we go. And so, yeah, when I said subtractive color mixing, some people would be like, well, when I mix like red and green together, I get this sort of brown. And it's like, why does that happen? And it's like, well, you just mixed all the primary colors together. You know, you just subtracted all the light in what you're working on. Here, I'm going to grab some
I
green.
recently saw a Coco Melon video on this exact situation.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Please do
cartoon,
elaborate.
That's a child cartoon.
It's a cartoon for toddlers, yeah.
I love that. That
That's-
reminds me of the Dora the Explorer days.
Swiper, no swiping?
Exactly.
Is that what we're talking about? Oh, and I just swiped this. So yeah, here we go. I just
goodness.
toned this, what I'm working on. I took a piece, because I see that there's a whole bunch of green in this reference I found.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm toning the paper. There we go. And making the whole thing sort of green. I could make it a bit darker.
Oh, I like that.
There we go.
So expand upon pastel colors. Where did they kind of originate from, and
Oh.
what is the best pastel color to use in drawings?
Oh, sure. Okay, so yeah, with chalk pastels, they're going to behave a lot like chalk. They're going to be pretty dry, and you can blend them with like your fingers. Watch out. Some of them can be toxic, so you need gloves to perhaps handle them and blend them.
We've
These
been
are not.
stained.
These are not, I promise. We're not going to drop
toxic.
just working with these.
Okay.
You know, and so,
My
yeah.
hands are severely stained already.
Oh yeah, they're going to get
Sorry,
sort of
make
messy.
it breezy, don't
you know.
You're good.
Me and Anna are kind of doing like a interpretive
Yes.
Interpretive.
drawing.
Isn't it all
Sure.
interpretive?
Yeah.
Sure. And yeah, so subtractive color mixing is basically you're subtracting light
Yes.
when you're working that way. So it's a good idea to work light to dark when you're working because it's really difficult to go dark to light when you've removed all the light. You get what I mean?
And you do showcase this in your classes that
Yes.
you offer.
Yes, I
so
do.
talk to us about some of the classes that you offer
Sure.
and where they can find you.
Sure, yes. And so this would be in a drawing with color class that I'd offer. Also, perhaps maybe figure drawing as well. I talk about this. And yeah, so that's through Moorhead Community Education, Moorhead Public Schools, sometimes Plains Art Museum, sometimes privately.
Perfect.
You know, yes, and so many more spots. So many people are like, we got to work with him. And it's like, yes, let's work together. Let's get so much done.
Love that.
And that's what color does. It really brings us together in a really unique way, doesn't it?
Yeah, because you're not really thinking about anything besides what's in front of you. It's
Sure.
just like you're mindful on the task at hand, and then you don't really even know what it is till you're doing it.
Sure.
That's true. Some of us
exactly.
are better at this than others.
See, now I don't say better and I don't say good in classes. I say successful. You know, what's your goal? And if you achieve it, then you're successful.
You know, I need some paper towel too. But John David, you say it can only go well, and I believe
Yes, it can only go well. You know, we're only going to have fun. We're only going to get together.
Words of wisdom from John David Bertle.
Yes, I think so.
We should start putting you in our quote of the day.
Oh, yes, yeah, go ahead and do that.
you. Go ahead and do that.
Call me up at each show. John, do you have something to say?
Read us the bracelet, John.
Oh, I suppose so. Yeah, that
Yeah,
too.
you do have uplifting things to say typically, so you would be the perfect person to call in a pinch.
Yes, I think so, and that's what people tell me. You know, it's like you are the most fun, and it's like basically I'm just giving back what I was shown. You know,
Oh, that's
I'm
so
returning
sweet.
it to everyone else. You know, so much
That is
fun.
also a lesson in itself.
Yes, I think so.
True.
Yeah,
I mean, it's very
giving back.
much, you know, treat others as you want to be treated, but it's a lot deeper than that.
Yes.
That's just like the golden rule. I was looking at that earlier today.
Oh, good.
How sweet.
So this is a glimpse of what you would get in a class with you, correct?
Yeah. Of course, it would be longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah. Longer than our quick draw attempts at life.
Sure. Yeah. We talk a little bit more about how something can be done. We talk about what it is we think we're supposed to do. I don't just order people around in classes. I do believe that's not a good idea.
I love. Oh, I was so sorry.
Well, I was gonna say it's funny because like when you're like do whatever you want. We're like, no, tell me what to do.
Yeah.
What do you
yeah.
mean?
I had one student tell me that. It's just like, just be the boss. And I was like, yeah, I can do that. But I try not to be that sort of art teacher or that sort of individual that kind of stifles or, gets people stuck in saying, well, there's only one way to do this. Like I'll tell people, well, how do we get to 10? Like 3 plus 7, 12 minus 2. It's like there's so many different ways to get to 10. There's so many different ways to get to where you're trying to get to.
So
Let's
many
talk about how
paths
to
to
do
take
that.
on your journey.
Well, yes, and that's just math.
I love how, with everything you're telling us with art, there's so many ways to get there, or like, don't tell me what to do. A lot of these things are also life lessons, which apparently are transferable from art to real life. And I love that about it, because we always get something intrinsically out of meeting with you.
Yes, I do know that because you've told me. And
And I meant it.
yes, and also it's like, I don't know what it's like to be you. You don't know what it's like to be me. But when we do this, we can get closer to understanding each other, especially with color. And so yes, objective color is basically working with color, that can be measured, that we all agree that color is. And subjective color is often considered kind of like abstract, or Van Gogh is what I bring up, like his work. Is really subjective. Yes.
That is so smart. But this is,
thank you.
Every time we do this, it's like therapy for me. Like it's a
good.
really great opportunity to just kind of hang out, connect, have a little bit of fun, but also try our hand at something new.
Well, yeah, that's what art's supposed to be, And a lot of people think it's about making money and it's about, exhibiting something or being famous. And it's like, no, it's about expressing.
Yes.
And it's about getting together and sort of uniting that way. And that's what I teach, and that's what I do.
I love that. And that's, again, that's a life lesson. Get together and unite, people. This is fantastic.
Gosh, during that bird segment, or that sort of, I saw some of it, and I was just, like, you had said I was musical, and it's like I was thinking about, like, bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word.
Bird. I know that one.
Exactly.
So John,
There's all of your information
Yep, shall I
on
hold it up?
screen for those interested. We all took our own artistic paths.
yes.
Yes. Yes. Here we go.
Different
nice.
aesthetics.
I think I was feeling tie-dye.
I love
that's
it.
great.
Oh, wait.
That's good.
Oh, yeah, I set that. I did set
That's okay.
that
No,
up.
no,
so you
I
can-
was like, wait, I don't have one. Okay, I'm
Really
here
great.
too.
I
everybody.
love that you did the NBC. That's
know.
so cool.
I love that. You did as well, and I really like that.
Peacock.
Right.
Y'all are looking for a raise, huh?
Well, coming up on today's show, guys, Moorhead Cruise Night is up next, so stick tuned. We'll be right back.